Hello again, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I have leftovers under my tequila hat in my silicone, and a tip, and in a silicone cupcake container and a small funnel. And what I'm thinking is I should put my glasses on and use some Anita's white metallic, because these colors are fugly, seriously fugly. So I'm going to put a squeeze of white metallic in there, and also some of this gold mica that's been hanging around so long that I don't know what to do with it, and some orange, squeeze right down in there, and some color shifting purple flash, and that is probably more than I need, but that's okay because this is an experiment. So I'm going to put that aside for a minute, give myself a bit of a shake, grab an OXO omelet turning spatula. I'll just put my, actually I want some of that too. I'm going to give myself a small puddle of paint, but this is my background color for sliding, and it looks pretty sheer, so it's using the dark dioxazine purple. Mine comes from Hobby Lobby, most generally. That should help a little, add a little coverage, but mostly I expect the funnel to, let's add a little bit of that just because I can. Hey, that's the name of my first book on the Amazon link. The Amazon link is under the Linktree link, which is directly under the video, right above the paint pouring description. Pretty background, not so pretty that I have to stop myself and use it, but pretty colors. So I'm going to give myself one covered edge and use up the paint on my spatula because that's how I roll. And then I'm going to wipe that off. I have a nice studio rag made of cotton t-shirt material that keeps me grounded. I'm thinking, there's my funnel. I'm going to pick up my canvas and I'm going to flip it on top of that. So there's my modus operandi. I hope this isn't horrific. Maybe I'll only go halfway. Maybe I'll go all the way. Maybe I will go all the way and add a little more orange. Then I will pick this up. I have my fingertip firmly across that funnel. Oh, I didn't put my puddle in there. What do I want my puddle to be made of? Let's use the mica powder gold. It's on my Amazon link. I don't want it to be a really deep puddle because then it'll drip down when I try and flip my funnel into it. But I don't really know how this is going to work either. And I like to twist my funnel as I release the pressure, and then I just use the rim because it won't stay anyway. Even if I start out totally cool, it won't stay that way because I'm going to tip it. But it's fun to play in paint. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Kind of wish I had put a little bit more dark purple in there, but we're not done yet. I'm going to take all of my paint that I can scrape with my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, also available on my Amazon link. They are called mini blades, and they are indispensable for doing this as far as I'm concerned. I always want that paint in the little hole, and I can't have it. I know I can't have it. So I'm going to let that drain out in a clean cupcake container. Put my little tequila hat back on my silicone cupcake mold. Rest my funnel so maybe the paint will relax. Store my spatula just in case. Put a few paint bottles out of my way. Eye the magenta, quinacridone magenta, very carefully and think, maybe I should have put some of that in there. So I've got lots of gold and I like that, and I want to grab an edge catcher while that settles. And I think what I'm going to do is what I've been trying to train myself to do, which is to pop the air bubbles with the heat from the propane torch, which is better than a butane torch in my opinion, especially with the $50 artresin.com torch head, because tanks are $5 and they last 6 months. A tank of butane lasts you 3 days and then your torch clogs up and you need a new one. I know, I did that 4 times before I learned my lesson. So I'm thinking just let the paint go all the way over to one side as far as I can get it. This might be terribly ugly. In which case, I can always add more paint colors. That's my MO. If I don't like it, I'm going to add stuff to it. It might be really cool. It's got some really interesting color combinations left over from last night's painting that did not look very attractive before we started this. But I have a straw, I have a basting brush, I have more paint colors that I can put in things, and I'm still being called to that magenta. I'm doing it. Alright, so where's my little edge catcher? So if I put some magenta down on that edge and the paint flows over the side of the canvas and I rock it to cover the edge, then that magenta will also, in theory, if I can scrape it up, come back again. And I can see how I like it without going too far. You know what? I've got some really nice paint right there right now. Don't scrape too hard. Some of my dry paint looked like it wanted to come up. That looks really nasty. Never mind. Let's just wash that spatula right off and not worry about that a bit. And do a little bit more. Actually, it's got some iridescent quality to it now, so I'm not as worried as I was a second ago. I'm going to move on to this next side while I still have paint that will flow, hopefully. I've got some nice cells. I'm going to try and turn you toward the light. And as I tip the canvas and flow the paint onto the edge catcher, the cells are also stretching out nicely. I'm not saying they're the best colors I've ever seen by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't give up easily. There's some magenta there. I want all of that right down at that end. Then I'm going to level my canvas out, scrape that off the edge catcher, and let it pour right into the painting. Somebody's going like, I'm going to be amazed if you can make something cool out of that. Well, I'm going to give it my best shot. So I'm going to let that paint, that flowing paint, go right down there again and take that object out that I see does not belong. Goodbye, object that does not belong. I'm going to let the paint flow right off there in that sort of fugly camo green nastiness. And I think because I see some other cool stuff, I'm going to go ahead and indulge my using the gold mica powder because I can, and because I haven't used it for so long, I might as well. And then I'll just take a straw. Because anytime you agitate paint, you're likely to make cells, and I'm getting some nice cells. I like that dark purple too. And just by adding some paint there, it means that, you know what, I want this nastiness, this right here, that's water. I want this to go away. And you will almost never see me do that. Usually I'll put it right on my little silicone mat. And I am going to use that. Throw a little bit more of this in there, because I can. I'm thinking white metallic also is not such a bad idea. And at this point, all bets are off, and I'm just putting what I want where I want it to go. And I kind of want some blue. Don't ask me, there wasn't any in the original mix. Well, there might have been some in the original mix, because I think there was everything in there. So I'm just going to... Maybe I've been doing too many blooms lately, and now I just want to blow everything around. I am learning slowly what I can do and what I can't do. So I'm going to use just part of that edge catcher. Maybe I'm going to use all of that edge catcher as I see the paint fall. Let me turn that toward you so maybe you can get some light. It's getting better. I'm going to pop the bubbles I see, or remove the objects I see, one or the other. Both can be done very easily with a pair of stainless steel tweezers that you can find on my Amazon link. If I got anything nice there, I can put it somewhere else. I'm really, really liking the purple. So what I think is that if I really don't want to lose it, maybe I should do something to actually help myself keep it. I can put a little puddle of paint there, and yeah, I like that. That's cool. I'm going to move that down so I can cover my edge and just keep dipping my edge in until I'm covered there. And then I'll flow that back if there's any flow to be had, and it doesn't look like there's a lot. I'm going to take all of this paint again, as long as I can pick it up. Put it right down there at the bottom. These are some strange colors, but they're getting kind of cool. I don't know if I used any of that green gold from Folk Art, but I kind of like it. And I think I'm going to use some more of it. I'm just going to blow things around. In a somewhat random way, and wish that I didn't have spit in my straw. But I did see that orange and I kind of liked it. And for that orange turning kind of fugly colors, I think I still like the whole thing overall. And I'm going to take whatever I see here, finish off my edge, let everything flow. Hey, I can always turn it to the light, right? So this over here is a little confusing to me. Coming out. And I think it needs some help. So I'm going to whip my straw out and think about what I might want to add in there. And I think I'm getting a little better. Probably not a funnel pour anymore. Mostly about freestyle. Stick your finger in if you have to. Agitated paint will often sell, even if it's your finger making the agitation. So I've got some really pretty cells over here. Got some holes, some gaps on the edge of my canvas. I'm just going to use my finger to fill. And grab that. I'm going to look at this, see if there's anything I want to do. This color here is bugging me. So I think I'm just going to sacrifice some of my Mysterious from Art Minds they don't sell anymore. And throw some of that in there. Thought I put my straw in paint for a second, but it was... Thought I was going to like this for a minute, but I haven't got completely there yet. Sometimes what that means is pull out the black and have a go. And you know, Carrie did this in group. Maybe not black, maybe the, no, I was going to say, maybe not black, maybe the Prussian blue. So, maybe the purple. And then, what did I do with that edge catcher? It's not like I go that far, really. I'll just grab another one I'm not too enamored of. I still want that magenta, and the blue is calling me now. But the flowing of the paint will help make the marks I left in it more organic. I'm thinking what I'm always thinking, which is there's nothing I can't resolve by using purple flash. And I did say I wanted some blue. Oh, yeah, I thought that was the wrong color for a second. So do I just blow it out, or do I mess it around, or do I use my basting brush? What do I do now? Am I out of time yet? I bet I am. I got a minute left. That just makes me want some over here, but I think not. Wait, one more area. Thinned out, basting brush it out. That's actually kind of cool now. The colors are a lot different, but that's okay. I love you guys. There's almost 90,000 of you very shortly, if not already. And I hope you come again. Check out my YouTube channel for playlists under all playlists and creative playlists. Yep, I'm liking how that's all moving. Still got some of my funnel cells. I got 2 minutes to tell you guys. I do sell my artwork, and my email address is the place to contact me in that regard. It's underneath the Linktree link, underneath the video. I kind of like it. I'm surprised. And I'll probably like it more tomorrow. And if I want to make any last minute adjustments or add a few spirals, somebody's like, where are the spirals? I can tell you, they're right here at the end of my skewer. A few spirals definitely make me happy. Every time I think, no, I shouldn't do that. And then I go like, yeah, go ahead, do it. I know I'm having a particularly weird day today, but that's okay. I'm thinking about doing this dragon over here that I have a chalk outline for. It just hasn't quite got to the emergency stage yet where I can't stand it anymore. So I told you guys I love you. Please check out those videos and look for my books under the Linktree link on the Amazon link. The first one is Because I Can. The second one is Unlimited Possibilities. I love you guys. Let's see. Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links are also under the Linktree, along with Facebook groups, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for students, where you can find tomorrow's video. You can also find tomorrow's video on my YouTube channel on the community board most days. I would love it if you guys decided you could give me a thumbs up. That I really appreciate. When you watch the videos longer, you help me out. And when you watch them when you first find out that they're available, in the first hour, that really helps me out. So thank you for everything. Thank you for the wonderful comments. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting all this time. I really appreciate them. And should you happen to be somebody who is capable and wants to help support the production of videos for the studio, and you use PayPal or Patreon, you should look for the prizes on the exhibition video on the end screens of any video. I'm looking to see if there are any lumps in there. And I will send you a receipt, and you will be automatically entered in the monthly drawing. So this is so much nicer than I expected. I'm flabbergasted, and that's cool. And I should probably see if I can get on my stool, because I've got 1 minute left. I'm going to cover that little bit of canvas right there with some of that purple and my finger, because it's at the end of my hand and really convenient. Best tool you can you can use, honestly. So I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm like, there's room for another spiral right there. And one over here. And how about one right over there? Maybe that one wasn't good. Yeah, no, that's good. They make me happy. You should always do things that make you happy. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Bye for now. Priscilla out. While I climb on this stool, let's see what I can show you guys. These little tails are bugging me. You know how I feel about them. A few more spirals never killed anybody. There we go. Let's see if I can zoom in. Better to move the tile. Here we go. How close can I go? Can I actually rotate that around? There are some good cells in there. They just really settle right in there. All right. I love you guys. Bye for now. Priscilla out.